SATYA BAAVNI Part 2, written by Sadhu Sadanand, English translation by Megha Sharma, narrated by Alisha Tharyani.
If at all you need to hunt down something, let it be your ego arrogance. To rid yourself of ego and to move towards divine realization is the true purpose of this human birth, for divinity is absent in the presence of ego arrogance. Be the guiding light for others on the path of peace and spirituality. Under the grace and guidance of Sadguru, discover your true divine self and experience the absolute bliss experience within, which is eternal and immortal. Man wanders from one pilgrimage to the other, wanting to discover Paramatma there. In order to earn virtues and rewards, he indulges in all types of prayers and ritual. Little does he know that God resides within. It is only under the grace and guidance of Sadguru that he begins to experience the presence of divinity within. Rituals and pilgrimages lose all meaning once the seeker realizes God consciousness within. Post-liberation, every seeker has the capacity to experience absolute bliss and become the guiding light for other spiritual seekers.
Every determined seeker on the path of divine realization has it in him to be the ever compassionate, ever kind guide and mentor of other seekers on the path to realization. The spiritual journey is the path to eternal peace and existence, and true devotion will definitely lead the seeker to transcend to true liberation. Sadhguru says that faith and patience hold the key to spiritual progress. Stay centered within, and no matter whatever be the number of disturbances or difficulties in your path, your faith shall hold steady. The seeker must wait patiently for the right time for his spiritual awakening. Till that time, complete surrender to the grace and guidance of Sadguru and complete faith and devotion in the divine are necessary. Keep moving forward steadily and consistently without looking back. The more you move away from fear, attachments, and illusions, the closer to your spiritual goal shall you be. The physical body, like all other material means, is temporary. Hence, strive for detachment from the pleasures and disappointments that ail this body. Don't worry too much for material gains or for attachments to the loved ones. These are mere fetters that hold you from realizing your true self. Carry out your responsibilities with the sense of detachment, with a sense of non doer, replete with the knowledge that transcending from body consciousness to divine consciousness is but the ultimate objective of life. There is a lot getting made and destroyed every moment in this world, so strive for the experience that stays with the soul forever. Strive so that you move away from attachments to this world and experience dispassion. The more a seeker is attached to the material world, the less likely is it for him to attain realization. Hence, stay away from all those actions which might lead to an increase in the burden of your karma or worldly attachments. It is only after you are out of this vicious cycle of attachments, karma, life, death, that you can hope to transcend to the state of realizing the divine wisdom within. Such is this experience that it transcends you to an immortal, eternal state despite being within the confines of the physical body. Every seeker needs to attain this destination on his own, for it is only then that it is possible for him to truly understand and eventually erase the world within him. He may continue to live in this world, but the world ceases to live in him, which is but a necessary prerequisite for transcendence to divine consciousness. There will be that moment wherein, despite continuing to live in this world, he would have attained the divine wisdom. O seeker, the spiritual journey is by no means easy, and worldly miseries and problems shall plague you repeatedly. You may, in distress, call out to the world for help, but this two-faced world will not come to your help. Despair not, for the messenger of the divine would himself come to your rescue and lead you on your path forward to liberation. Many a times you will be surrounded by doubts and disappointments, but hold on to your patience and determination. Do not let yourself get deterred from your path to discover the divine. Stay focused and centered within. The day shall definitely arrive when Paramatma's divine light shall enlighten you with its divine glory and wisdom. This world is steeped in its worldliness and its worldly definitions of happiness and sorrow. Unaware and unknowledgeable of the wisdom of spirituality, man is not able to understand the spirituality of the seeker, and from this very incomplete, misplaced, unreal, and illusionary understanding is born fear. The world begins to fear and envy the wisdom, radiance, and calm of the seeker. This world has always humiliated and crucified all the enlightened beings before managing to finally recognize their divinity and seek their guidance. The enlightened one, however, bears all the tortures and insults that come his way with a calm and grace. The insults do not manage to touch him, for he stays centered within his God consciousness. Sadhguru says that the one who reflects and meditates on Paramatma consistently, one who is away from the social drills of mock courtesies and behavior, one who performs all of his responsibilities with detachment, observes periods of silence accompanied by a silent mind, and one who is under the grace and guidance of Sadguru will surely realize the true nature of his divine self within. After the realization of Paramatma within, there remains nothing more to attain or discover, for that is the ultimate achievement. To remain stuck in the web of material and worldly attachments and not want to release oneself from it is the laziness generated by the dark. Ignorance is the inability to recognize one's true divine identity, and akin to death is this slumber of ignorance. Attachments do not permit man to escape the clutches of the endless cycle of birth, karma, death. He continues to stay trapped in this cycle across endless lifetimes. When a seeker's heart no longer gets attached or attracted to worldly attachments, and he experiences sincere detachment and dispassion, is when he commences on his journey of self-discovery within. This world likes to stay entrapped in the worldly web of attachments. O world, Let go the trappings. Reflect on God with total devotion and live in peace. You will then surely discover Him within.